Hello everybody, it's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. This video I am going to talk about Aragon, King of Men. Um, he is pretty useful in a lot of situations because of a couple of his skills, which I will get into when I show him. Please bear with me. Mine is only respect level 1 because I have not been able to really focus on him because I have had others in mind. And where is he? There he is. Okay. So, and it's very important to not mix up King of Men and regular Aragon. So most people will talk about Aragon King of Men and they will put KOM for King of Men when they're talking about him inside of chat. So let's talk about his skills. And again, you have to bear with me a little bit because I don't have him high respect. So I'm going to start with his R4 skill, which is King of Men. For the first 5 rounds, damage dealt by 3 allied formation units up to 15%. And when affected by effects such as stun or madness, their damage received is up to minus 30%, which is it is a very good skill if you're playing against evil more so than good, because evil has a lot more madness. It is modified by command stat. And then level 10. When men units are stunned or affected by madness, the damage received reduction effect will be effective for the whole duration. So again, it's kind of nice if he gets stunned, if his units get stunned or maddened, the damage received is a lot less. His R2 skill, Strider, it's going to be the same as the regular Aragon 2, and it deals up to 540% physical damage once to one enemy formation. Level 5, it gives initiative, and then level 10 gains Keen Eye. Ignores the target's evasion. So, that is very helpful when you're fighting armies that have, say, Gil or Undying, and more so towards the evil side because of the madness protection, the less damage received. Okay, so Undying and Gil are the biggest two that you have to worry about with evade. But then there is others, there's units that have evade. There is some of the epic commanders like Aragon and Boromir that offer evade as one of their skills. We're going to go to the bottom R0 skill, which is LSR, and it restores hit points up to 180% once to 2 allied formations, and that's every other round. And then it has a chance to restore hit points 1 additional time, and damage dealt by units in 2 formations plus 5% for 2 rounds. Then his top R0 skill, Andoril, and it deals up to 420% physical damage once to 2 enemy formations. And that's got a 2-round cooldown, so just like Durin's Blood, it's going to fire off in round 3, 6, and 9. The damage dealt plus 10% for 2 rounds, and then it gives you some commander attack plus 5, which is kind of weak for level 10. You should get a little bit more attack than that. So, when you're fighting, using him as a fighter, you always want to put points in Andoril first. And the reason for that is the damage dealt plus 10% for 2 rounds. So this fires off in round 3. Okay, and then this skill fires off in round 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So this will get a benefit of that extra 10% a couple times. And that's how you maximize the benefits. So you want to do Andoril first, Strider second, and then it kind of depends on what troops you're using, what you're fighting. If you want to do a heal, which really isn't that good, and he's going to be, he's going to be built for commander attack and commander damage. You probably not going to see focus on him unless you're using like the Blazing Tongue, or the Palantir has a little bit, the Drums of Barad-dûr has a little bit. But then there's his R4 skill, King of Men. And this one, to me, makes the most sense if you have it, because for the first 5 rounds, it's increasing damage, and it's also decreasing damage if you are stunned or maddened, where a lot of stun happens. Okay? So, first Andril, second Strider, and then for me, it would be King of Men. So, now we're going to go back and we're going to look at different ideas for gear. So for a weapon, as always with a damage dealer, you want a weapon that gives commander damage, which is up at the top, and commander attack, which is right here. Okay, you can use, for purple, it would be the battle axe. For gold, the axe of Khazad-dûm, blazing tongue work, black bow would work. So let me just put, I don't even have an axe or a battle axe extra one. So, and with these new rules where you can't change gear when they're outside of a fort, I'm not going to change it over because I would have to take it off from one of my troops that are out in the field. For a helmet, for purple, you're looking at full helm, plain and simple. You're getting commander attack. Now, with gold, you have a few different options. You could do the Cask of Pride, which gives a lot of commander attack, a lot of hit points. You could also do like Cask of the Submerged Isle, which is similar to the Herod Cask, where it gives unit defense and command. I prefer doing the hit points because it's going to keep me alive longer, and because I'm a lot smaller than most whales, I'm not whale level, those hit points might help me stay alive just a little bit longer or cause that draw. For armor, you got a few choices. For purple, you're looking at the scale mail, plain and simple. For gold, you could do a Berserker's Raiment, which gives commander attack, initiative, unit attack. You could also do a defensive plate, where you're getting unit defense and hit points, because you're always going to get hit points from armor. So, and I don't recommend doing the defensive plate unless you have, I like the number around 140 commander attack. As long as I have 140 commander attack with the other 3 items, then I will consider putting a defensive armor on. But it also comes down to where you're at in your build. How strong are you compared to others? What kind of people are you fighting? An accessory, you know, purple unfortunately doesn't have an accessory that gives commander damage, so you're looking at the Bone Talisman because it gives you the most commander attack. If you can't do that, then it would be, the worn out smoking pipe. The Athelian rope would work too. They both give commander attack, just the rope gives commander focus, which also might help if you're using his healing skill with your extra points. For gold, you're looking at the Palantir as the number 1 for all physical damage dealers. You get a lot of commander attack and you get commander damage. And then second would be the Drums of Barad-dûr, where you're getting commander attack and you're getting some focus. So again, that could help that healing skill if that's the way you're going. If, say, you're only respect 2 or 3, or you think that you need to heal a little bit more than the extra attack from your units. So that's one way to go. But again, I advise going with the extra points in his R4 King of Men skill because of the stun damage reduction, because you're going to find a lot of that against evil. So that's my conversation on Aragon King of Men. And remember, in chats, people are going to write KOM, King of Men. Okay, just KOM for short. That way you can tell which one they're talking about instead of just the regular Aragon the second. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.